Most lists of the best AI tools fail for one simple reason. They compare products that do completely different jobs. A chatbot, an automation platform, a support agent, and an internal app builder are not interchangeable. So instead of ranking logos, let's build a practical AI operations stack for 2026. AI adoption is already widespread, but operational scale is not. McKinsey reported that 88% of surveyed organizations regularly use AI in at least one function, while only about 1/3 have started scaling AI across the enterprise. The difficult part is no longer opening an AI tool. It is turning that tool into a reliable process. The first layer is a general AI assistant. ChatGPT Business is a strong example for drafting documents, analyzing information, summarizing material, and answering questions using connected company sources. But treat it as a thinking layer. If employees still have to copy every result into another system manually, the operational bottleneck has not disappeared. For everyday office work, the best choice often depends on where your team already works. Microsoft 365 teams should evaluate Copilot. Google Workspace teams should evaluate Gemini. If procedures, meeting notes, and internal knowledge already live in Notion, Notion AI may remove more friction than adding another standalone assistant. Existing context matters more than a small difference between models. The next layer moves work between systems. Zapier is accessible for teams that want broad SaaS automation without much technical setup. Make is useful when operators want a visual orchestration canvas. N8N gives technical teams more control, custom logic, and deployment flexibility. The important distinction is not the logo. Use deterministic automation when the steps are known. Add AI where the input requires classification, extraction, or judgment, and place an approval before sensitive actions. For high-volume customer operations, specialized tools can be more useful than a general assistant. Systems such as Fin or Zendesk AI can answer from approved support content, classify requests, and hand difficult conversations to a person. But their performance still depends on the quality of the knowledge base and the design of the human handoff. Background automation is only part of an operation. Employees still need somewhere to review exceptions, correct data, approve actions, and understand the current status. This is where an app-first platform such as UI Bakery can fit. It can provide an internal interface connected to databases or APIs, with operational actions and access controlled through roles. It complements the workflow instead of pretending the human operator no longer exists. Consider invoice processing. AI extracts the supplier, amount, due date, and purchase order reference. A workflow checks whether the required fields exist and whether the amount matches the rules. If something is unusual, a person reviews it in an internal approval interface. Only after approval does the automation update the finance system and log the result. That is an AI operation, not an unsupervised prompt with access to company money. So the best AI operation stack in 2026 is not the one with the most AI. Use an assistant to think, a knowledge system to preserve context, an automation platform to move work, specialized AI for focused cues, and an internal interface when people need control. Start with one measurable bottleneck. Choose the job first and the tool second.